Hola, my lovely people. We are back with another First Class Friday, and I'm so excited to be back on here. Guys, I got a memory the other day on Facebook and I think Instagram too, and it showed me that I've been doing First Class Friday for a year now, literally over a year. I can't believe it. And now I have finally moved on to YouTube. So since I finally moved on to YouTube, you'll get a snippet on Instagram, and then you can watch the rest on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. Let me know if there's certain topics that you want me to talk about as I continue to do both my stories, but also doing a range of topics as well related to travel and also related to relationships now that I am traveling with the love of my life, of course. So I'm super excited today. As you see, I'm smiling because I've been wanting to share this story forever, but I never had the courage to share it, didn't know when the right time would be to share it, or didn't know if it was something that should even be shared, right? Because of just how people are nowadays. But I finally think that I'm going to share it. If you look around, we're in a new setting, but we're just gonna work with everything we got, right? You know, disclaimer. My fiance knows that I am talking about this. It is pre-approved, y'all. I do not need y'all running to him like, Lala said this. Did you know about this? Oh my God. He knows, okay? However, I am not going to get the person's name of my friend because I did not talk to them about me doing this video. And I just feel like that's kind of respectful, right? So I'm going to talk about how I use Tinder to connect with a good friend. Or I find a good friend, I guess, abroad. Typically, you can use obviously Facebook groups and stuff like that. Yeah, so let's just get to it. All right. When I was in India, and I know a lot of my stories come from India because India really made me the traveler that I am today. It gave me the backbone. I feel like I took the most risks in India. India just was a lot, and I'm so thankful for it to this day. So when I was in India, I was there, like I told you guys before, I got my master's from the University of Pennsylvania. And for my master's program, we were required to do an international internship. So I was sent to India. I had a partner that was in the same class as me, but our internship went sour. Like we did not like the internship, did not go well. So we both ended up leaving early, but my partner left earlier than me. So I was in India for about 1 or 2 weeks after my partner had left. And I would like spend a good amount of time just like by myself, like in my room, because I was like really disappointed about my experience. And then I'm trying to think like, how can I make this experience better? How can I turn this into a positive? What can I do? I spent a lot of time just in the room all day long, like watching Netflix or something, not even wanting to go out because first of all, India was hot as crap. It was like 116 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. And I would like do a lot of walking. I always went shopping like every day, but then those days where it was mad high. So I would do stuff always by myself, and eventually that kind of got like, you know, I don't know, I was just a little sad. I ain't gonna lie, I was just a little sad. So one day, I don't know what the freak went through my head, but one day I was like, I'm going to download Tinder. Don't ask me why this went through my head. I downloaded Tinder and I was like, it wasn't even to do like any type of dating, any type of nothing. I just really just wanted to find a good friend to go out with because I had no Indian friends. Like when my partner was there, we went out and it was just us. Like we didn't have like any Indian friends to go out with or anything like that, or locals to go out with. So I was like, I just want to find like a local friend, this, that, and the third. So I'm swiping. I think I get to like the 4th person and I was about to swipe left. I think left is no and right is yes. So I was about to swipe left, but then something was like, I don't know, I just kept looking. I'm like, he seemed pretty dope. Like he seemed pretty cool. I was like, you know what? Let me just swipe right. So I swiped right. We ended up matching. Talking, and then I think we met the next day, and we met in a public place, like went out to grab some food, just like good conversation, and literally we were hip and hip the rest of my time there. And I actually ended up wanting to extend my time there, but I didn't, because I was going to Vietnam and Malaysia. But I was like, dang, like I wish that we would have became friends earlier because we had such a good time. Like we went out to eat, we talked about like philosophy and theater, because he was an actor, and like well, like an actor in theater around India and things like that. And it was just like really cool. Like I really learned a lot. I felt well protected, especially when I was going out. And I remember one time in particular, I didn't do my laundry, right? So I always remember this for some reason. I didn't do my laundry because I still needed it done. And I had pants, but I didn't have like a shirt with sleeves. And in India, if you've ever been, typically like you kind of cover up a little bit more than obviously we're used to here in the United States. So all I had was a spaghetti strap. Like literally that's all I had as a shirt. And I was so embarrassed walking out. And when we were walking around, like I did get a lot of stares, I got a lot of whispers, and he would like tell me what the people were saying. But it was, for me, it just felt really taboo, and I was just like, never again. But at least I had this person here that, you know, is protecting me, and like he was just like, you know, you're good, like don't worry about it, and like don't think about it too much. I don't know, it just really made me feel like reassured. And like I said, those last couple of days I really felt well protected. I felt like I was really getting to, you know, experience another person's culture more in depth. But yeah, I really we had a good time. We literally hung out up until I went to the airport a couple of days later. I just want to extend, again, I'm not going to say the name, but I do want to extend my utmost gratitude to you. You know who you are. Thank you so much. Don't think that I ever forgot about you. I hope that you're doing well, and thank you so much for your friendship, for that time that I was there, for showing me around, and just being a good person overall, because there's not many good people around here. And I think back to, I know some of you are like, Lala, what the freak is wrong with you? Why would you ever think to do that? When you're traveling, you're going to take risks. I know I give you guys tips and travel things, and I'm like, I would never do this. Yeah, there's absolutely things I would never do. But also when you're traveling, sometimes you don't have the best experience unless you take risks. So you have to be kind of intentional about the risks that you take. And this one, I knew what I was looking for and what I wanted, and that's exactly what I got. And I am very lucky to be able to say that. However, you still want to be careful. So there's certain guidelines that I just went by as a traveler, and as I became more experienced, then you kind of are able to shift and mold those guidelines into how you are as a person and as you continue to grow. Would I recommend it? I wouldn't say I recommend it, but I would say don't shoot it down. If you don't necessarily have to do Tinder, because I feel like Tinder has this like bad connotation with it. You don't have to necessarily do Tinder, but there's a ton of Facebook groups, especially if you're a solo female traveler. There's a ton of Facebook groups that you can join, and you can host people. You can get people to host you while you're in another country. You could do meetups, all those things. So I definitely encourage everyone, if you're traveling alone or even if you're traveling with friends, to link up with others around the world. I was able to do that in hostels mostly, but obviously in India I didn't stay in a hostel. But yeah, I'm so thankful. I really met a cool person, and it wasn't like, you know, any type of trying to date or hook up or none of that. Absolutely none of that. Just good, clean friendship. And I really, really enjoyed that. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to DM me, send me your questions, your topics that you want me to talk about. Definitely comment below, or also, like I said, you can message me on Instagram. For those of you who have my Facebook, I don't use the Facebook too much, but I do have a Facebook page. You can also message me on there at Flying First Class. Everything is Flying First Class. You'll find me on all my pages that way, and I answer all my DMs, I answer all the messages, so please feel free to reach out. I'm excited to continue to make these videos more consistent and actually to broaden them. I know we started out with me, my funny stories and different tips and tricks, but I do want to branch out and have, you know, even more people engaging with me on these topics of travel. So thank you guys so much for coming to another First Class Friday, and I will see you next week right here. Well, maybe not here, but like on camera, you know what I mean. Bye guys.